just a quick call to let you know the price of the clutch. So in total, you may be looking at about $650.
That's it. The adventure is over. Yeah. No more mountains. No more locks. No more views. No more waking up to sunrises. No more pretty pictures. That is it. The adventure is over. Scotland is done. This was gonna hit us hard financially, but we weren't ready to give up on Florence or Scotland. We booked her into the only garage that could fix her that week. We had to camp out for just 2 nights, and then all being well, we could continue on our adventure. We kept the food simple.
Chips.
Who loves chips?
I love chips.
We'd only been travelling for 7 days, but it felt like so much longer. This hiatus gave us opportunity to really reflect on our experiences in Scotland. I'd lived in my hometown for like 28 years and I'd never left, and I was just a small town girl, and I knew that there was this whole big world out there and nothing exciting was happening for me in my small town. But I knew that there was something more out there for me. I just needed to find my explorer buddy for life.
And you found him, and you know this road trip has just been utterly amazing.
No, Scotland, just, I can't believe how much we've done. I mean, I've just loved just generally driving. That's been amazing. Just, you know, everywhere you go is another amazing sight. Every corner you turn, there's something new to see. Locative. Yeah. That whole road. I mean, we've been so lucky, and we've had amazing sunshine for our whole, well, pretty much our whole trip. We've had the odd showery day and the odd grey day, but the majority of it has been beautiful and sunny. And when we drove down Glencoe and you had the mountains in the background, that was amazing.
That was stunning.
And then we turned off down that dead end road and the sun was shining and it was just so quaint, and there was all these little cottages everywhere, and and they were just like wild deer just there on the road, like with no fear, totally chilling.
Yeah, that was
and then we got to the end and we found that spot right by the lock. And you were really excited because there was a little fire pit there, which meant that you could have your fire.
I love my fire then.
I know, and I just sat up front with warmth of the sunshine and read my book, and I felt like I was on holiday.
There were so many special places though. I mean, I loved Island of Skye. That was the only, I mean, there was, the only downside with parts of the Island of Skye is the really amazing places are just so heavily populated with tourists. It was really busy. I mean, the lighthouse, that was amazing. The contrast between the two.
Is we got to see though, because all the big popular places were really busy, we ended up going to like the smaller places. I mean, that walk we did in the Isle of Skye, that was beautiful, and we didn't see hardly any people.
And that wasn't even planned. That was just kind of, oh, let's just walk down this way. And it turned out that was one of the walks on the Island of Skye walk, I think.
Yeah, but there was hardly anyone there. It was that was a really nice walk. I really enjoyed that. So the day has come. We're on our way to the garage. Feeling a bit anxious. Hope everything goes well.
So this is the reason why we need the clutch. So my foot is just touching the accelerator. We're in second. I'm going to floor it. We should be like off the line. I don't feel confident that the van would even get home if we tried to cruise home. The problem is we're up in Inverness and it's a good while away till we get to the motorway. And to get to the motorway out of Inverness is a very long, steep hill. Just won't happen.
So we we've had a lot of people telling us that we're getting fleeced with the cost of this clutch replacement, but we've spoken to other people who have said, you know, it is a good 6-hour job. The part is 120 quid. Thing is, this is the only garage who can get it done this week, and we have to be back in Somerset by Sunday for the childminder, so we've got no choice whatsoever. Some people have suggested getting towed home, but I don't really want to spend 10 hours in a tow truck. If we can get this van fixed today, you know, and sure, we might get fleeced for a couple of £100, but the van will be fixed.
And we get 2 more days in Scotland.
Yep, hopefully we'll get, you know, another mini Scotland adventure before we can cruise home in the comfort of our own van and in our own company. So, yeah, you know, we looked at all our options and this is just what we have to do. So this is a result. They've just told us they're going to give us a courtesy car for the day. So we weren't going to go out on a bus today, which would have been a little adventure, but it would be much nicer in a car. Good luck, Florence. We didn't want to go too far away as we awaited news of Florence's repair. We figured we'd go do the tourist thing and headed to Loch Ness. Feeling really grateful for this courtesy car right now because it is bitterly cold out there, and yeah, I would have froze to death. We were going to come here on a bus and just spend the day wandering around, which would have been all fine and well, but it's cold out there and you need deep pockets if you want to go inside any of the attractions. We just had a look at the museum, that's £8 each. We had a look at the castle, that's £9 each. Both of those would have been lovely to visit, but Florence has bankrupted us, so that's not going to happen.
We're looking for Nessie anyway, and that is free. I think I've seen him, sort of, but didn't manage to catch it on camera.
Tell me, what do the mountains mean to you?
Adventure. Adventure and wild camping. I swore then.
I've said it many times, I know I would change my ways, I know for sure. When all the crows decide to meet, they settle down beneath my feet. I've got it right and I got it wrong, but I learned my lesson hanging on. Come sit here with me by the fire and let it go for a little while. So be here as the night starts falling. Let my fingers walk over your head.
We are on the road again.
I'd rather be with you than by myself. Now all is in your hands. the yellow glorious will hit. Won't you be my guide and let me follow? Can I hold your hand for old time's sake? And all this time you waited for me. Little did we know, I guess it's fate. Now all is in our hands. All is in our hands. All is in our hands.
Such a pretty spot we found here. The view is just absolutely panoramic, and we've seen so many deer just doing their thing, walking in and out of the rivers down there. It's been lovely to watch them, and we're all packed up and we're going to go and see where the road takes us now. I love this about small villages. They make use of their old phone boxes into little book swaps. And I've finished my book within 2 days of being in Scotland, so I've been bookless the whole time I've been here pretty much. So now I've got the opportunity to make a swap.
What'd you get?
When God Was a Rabbit. I don't think it's religious, it looks cute though. Nice little happy read for the road. I'm making a really posh sandwich.
What's a posh sandwich consist of?
Well, you know when you were a kid and you were hungry and your mum was busy or whatever, or there was nothing easy to eat.
Oh yeah, we would have caviar.
Right, well in my house we would have crisp sandwiches. But it has to be cheese and onion flavour. That is the law. It's got to be like these ones. Doesn't work with posh crisp. So I don't think I've had one of these probably for about 10 years. See, when I was a kid you couldn't get a whole packet in between your 2 pieces of bread. But now, with inflation, you can get a whole bag of crisps in one sandwich. You then get your top slice. You ready for this?
Do you want me to do a close-up?
Yeah.
Hold on then.
Because this is the most important part of the crisp sandwich. It's all about... You gotta squash it down. Spread out all those crisps like that.
Wow.
That's it. And then, to make it really classy, we're just gonna trim off the crust because no kid likes crusts. Sandwiches will always taste different depending on how you cut them. Sandwiches must always be cut into triangles. They taste different if you cut them into rectangles.
Okay.
That is a fact.
Wow, that looks lovely. Yeah?
Mm-mm.
Well, there we go. Crisp sandwich by Delia Morgan.
Told you I was a good cook.
I've never been known for my cautious side. You should know that I'm well aware. I don't want anything left untried. Will you come with me, mon cher? So let us just do my love and not stop think any of this over. So let us just do my love and see where this road will take us now.
A quick update of where we parked. Just there, looking out on Loch Rannoch. Is it Rannoch?
It's not that you're thin, no one
That's where we are.
choosing to walk with the
We are here.
what shall we call us?
And it's pretty big, about 10 miles in length.
We'll find that out on the way. So let us just do my love and not stop thinking of this over. Let us just do my love and see where this road will take us now.
Just woken up on our last morning in Scotland and really trying to be present and take in this last beautiful view that we've got, but there's just this knot in my stomach because I know that it's the last view and it's time to go home, and feel a bit emotional about it, to be honest. It's been such an incredible trip. We've taken in so much more than we ever even dreamed we would, and at no point has it felt rushed. We've just enjoyed the ride all the way. We've seen so much. Every place, the landscape has been so dramatically different. It's really strange in the van. The days just seem so much longer than they do when we're at home. We've been travelling around Scotland for about 10 days and it feels like we've been here always. It's strange. I think we'll definitely leave a piece of us here in Scotland. It has gripped us. Yeah, this trip is definitely always going to stay with us.
It's finally arrived, the last day in Scotland, but I must say, what a beautiful last night to spend it. So we're all packed up, give the van a bit of a clean, and it's time to head home. What an emotional, an amazing holiday this has been. Just been amazing, and I'm really not ready to go home. I wish I could stay. I think I'm definitely a nomad. One day this will be full time, I think. But yeah, what an amazing time. Just look at this place. It's amazing what we've achieved in the last year, you know, with our van. This time last year we were frantically getting it ready for the Lake District, you know, and then since then it's just gone from strength to strength, and we've done North Wales and lots of other parts of Wales. We've done the Lake District, and now we've done Scotland, so who knows what the next year is going to hold for us. So it's exciting times for Florence and the Morgans. But saying that, the journey is not over, the holiday is still not over, so who knows what's going to happen. Who knows? I could sit here for hours telling you, but yesterday in the Cairngorms, that, you know, driving through that road and that national park at the end, that was so beautiful. It reminded me of being in sort of Canada and stuff. That was really beautiful. But I think just in general, the landscape changed so dramatically, so quickly.
There were little pieces of like different countries that we had been to. Like there were places where I felt like I was in the Alps, and there were other places that felt like
we were in Wales with the
we
moorland.
were in Wales, and then like I've been to Lake Garda, and there's been even like where we stayed last night. That kind of reminded me of where I was when I went to Lake Garda. Yeah, it's just been so much of everything.
Scotland is definitely in my heart now. I'd love to come back here. So sum Scotland up then.
Scotland was epically beautiful.
Epically beautiful. I think that is the best way to
I've said it again and again throughout this whole holiday, but I don't know how else to describe it. So
epically beautiful.
Epically beautiful.